Okay, a little update. Well, I have hit a bit of a snag because I'm getting a bit of feedback on the between the actuator coil in the middle and the secondaries on the ends. That particular kind of feedback I don't really want because, well, it's when the lens effect starts affecting everything. So I've printed out some, hang on, more magnet holders to go in the centre, which, well, I'm going to be printing some thicker ones as well. Because I want to use the rectangular magnets on the middle as well, because at the moment I've got the round ones, the 5mm by 2mm round magnets in the middle at the moment, so I want to use the rectangular, so the same as the end ones. Now, I've had to take the chip out of my high voltage generator on the board. I've just put it next to the socket for now. Reason for that is because that board can produce high voltage to the output capacitors, and it can actually override what power I've got going in, measured by this this circuit here, which obviously I don't want to be superimposing energy from the battery because I won't get accurate readings on my actual power consumption. So interestingly, what happens at the moment when I use the 10 ohm resistor, right, makes a change to do this in daylight. When I've got the 10 ohm resistor and I short it out onto the output from all the coils, the actual short circuit current for this resistor is 110 milliamps at this particular amplitude frequency input, but the current consumption, hang on, the current damn it, will you stay on there please? Hang on. I'm trying to get this resistor to stay connected while I'm moving around. Hang on a minute. Right, so just hook this on there a minute. Ah, that's got it, I think. Yeah, I think. Oh, it's not connected properly. Damn it. Stay in there. Right, stay on there. Oh, sorry, I'm not filming what I'm doing. Right, so we've currently got 95.4 milliamps short circuit with 10 ohm resistor, and the input current has gone up to 100 milliamps. So the idle current, when I disconnect it, I can't get the resistor out. The idle current is about 50 milliamps or 40 milliamps actually. So we're actually using an extra 60 milliamps. And when I'm shorting it, I'm actually getting. Put this resistor on again. Actually, it was more before. What the hell have I done? Maybe I need to change something. I don't know. Oh, yeah, my resistor keeps coming off here. I'm going to pause a sec. Hang on. Anyway, I've got the resistor back on. At 93.2 milliamps, it's been drained out by this 10 ohm resistor. That's basically short circuit current, and input power currently is 100 milliamps, right? So we're actually, if you work it out, 40 milliamps minus from that, that's what, 60 milliamps. So I'm effectively, I've got a loss of 40 milliamps, right? So we're putting about 60 milliamps in, and seeing 91 milliamps short circuit on the output. At the moment, I'm on a frequency of about 17. Oh, what is it? 7. Oh, it's jumping around on my scope. At the moment, I'm on a frequency. I think it's about 7 kilohertz. It just keeps jumping around. Let's check the other one. Well, pulse width is. Looks like about. Well, it's because of these resonant frequencies, it's picking those up. 17 kilohertz, I would say, going in. That's about 7. Yeah, this one, what's this? Well, I'm actually not driving it very strongly at the moment, so. Anyway, more fiddling around to do. I'll just pause for a bit while I think. I'll fiddle around with some settings, I think. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I thought I'd explain why. I want to fiddle around with the settings because I want to optimize the actual under load with that 10 ohm resistor across the output. I want to twiddle around with the input frequencies and settings to get the maximum power out with the minimum power in. And the only way I could do that is to have a stable 10 ohm load on it and then fiddle around, because the object really is that if you get an optimum power factor coming out, you know, where you got more coming out, you can use what's called a parallel regulator. That basically pulls the voltage, loads the circuit down artificially, so you have an artificial load on it, so that when you do you supplement it with a real load, you maintain the same power balance. So instead of having a series regulator, you have a parallel regulator. A parallel regulator is like a resistive load across the input. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiddle around, see if I can optimize the input and versus the output with that 10 ohm resistor across it. I'll be back in a bit. Right, I don't know if you can hear this, but I've changed the frequency a little bit. So at the moment with the 10 ohm load, I've got 105 milliamps on the output and 100 milliamps on the input. Well, obviously, let's take the resistor off, and let's take this resistor off the load and see what happens to the input current now. Come off, you bugger. Right, that's pretty good. Down to 50 milliamps again. So we're at 50 milliamps, and now I've taken the resistor off. It's dropped to nil. So that basically means that when I'm putting 50 milliamps in, I am getting about an extra 50 milliamps out, basically, because at the moment I'm putting 50 milliamps in without a load on it. So let's put the load back on. And it climbs up. Oh, that's interesting. Is it connected? No, it's not. Right, come on, you bugger. I'll just hold it a minute. Hang on. Right. 100 milliamps out. Sorry, 100 milliamps going in. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. 100 milliamps going in. Now it's at. It's actually dropped a bit. Take it off again. Put it back on. Yeah, 91. It's around about 100 milliamps. It's just it's a little bit erratic at the moment. Anyway, but all the time that this is going on, I've got this boost converter. No, actually, it's a boost converter, but it doesn't work so well with a higher voltage going in. It's supposed to boost from a low voltage, but that's loading it down when there's no resistor on it. But it's not doing anything. Anyway, I'm going to connect up my supercapacitor lead now because I want to see how fast it charges these. So I'm just going to clip this on here. Right. Let's see how fast that charges up my supercapacitors. And it's gone up to 90 milliamps actually on the input. Anyway, that's it for now, I think. Otherwise these videos get a little bit too long. I'm just doing a series of tests at the moment.